What's good, everybody? This is the one on the count, Small Marquise, and we back with another origin story. And today, this is a good story about a good brother. You know what I'm saying? We was so cool. His origins and what he's been through, where he came from, how we met, all of that good stuff. I'm telling you, it's gonna make y'all laugh. The origins of Omar Pink. Now, Omar Pink is a legend in our hood because even though he grew up with us, just who he is and how he became who he was just legendary. Starting from the beginning. Omar's dad, Omar Sr., is from Chicago. Okay. He's from, allegedly, I hear he's from out west, but I think he really from like Humble Park or whatever. But I don't know. Y'all, any Chicago people in there who know Omar's father, y'all drop it in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, and subscribe, please. Because this is what you pay your money for. You know what I mean? All right, so Omar dad, you know what I'm saying, is in Chicago, and like Omar is conceived in Chicago with Omar's mom. You know what I'm saying? Deborah. Now, Deborah was like, this is like 80s, you know what I'm saying? Early 80s at that. You know what I mean? Omar's dad's like, he's not really liking how the streets of Chicago is starting to shift and turn and everything. So he like, you know what? I'm going to just, move down south and, be down there because, it's getting wild out here. And I can't raise, now that I know I got a son, I can't raise my son into this. And, you know what I mean? So he decides he's going to move Deborah down south, you know what I'm saying, to my city. Now, let me explain to y'all about Deborah at this time. Deborah, Omar's mom, was what we call a fly girl. A fly girl is, you know what I'm saying, one of them chicks with, the big bangles, everything else, looking like MC Light with the jacket and the glitter and the, her hood, her, neighborhood / friend, their little clique. It's on the back of the shirt. I mean, she was beautiful, drop dead gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? But she liked the party. Like, you know what I mean? That's what fly girls do. They stay on the scene instead of, they like the party. Omar, you know what I'm saying, dad was a Vanessa. You know what I'm saying? How he liked to say, a distinguished gentleman. You know what I mean? A mystery man. And, they met, they kicked it off, and boom, before Omar was even born, though, Shy, that's what we're just going to call it, that. I don't feel like seeing Omar dad, Omar dad. We're just going to call him Shy, okay? So Shy moves down to the city, okay? My city, in the South. All right, bet. So he finds this house that's right by the railroad tracks, everything. And he's, it's a little house. It's just a, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and it's like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? This is dope. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. It's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. 3-bedroom, 1 bath. He's like, all right, yeah, this is dope, But the house is like a fixer-upper. But Shy, and I give this to every single last one of y'all Chicago brothers out there, or people who are just really Midwest culture. Y'all will open your mouth to see who can do what and turn that into a situation to, have our own business or to get something accomplished. I will give that. A true Midwest dude, he gon' either finesse or, open his mouth, because closed mouth don't get fed. Like, that is a real true statement. Like, most of them dudes, who are correct, who come correct and with respect or whatever, they're like, and they ain't afraid to learn nothing. That was one of the more other beautiful things about, Midwest dudes, you know what I'm saying, who I knew and came up around. Now, that, again, that's still, we won't get into the deadly side, but I'm just speaking positively on this one. Like, that's how Shy was, even though, he finessed his way into it. What am I talking about? How am I talking about finesse? Okay, he needed paint, but his money was kind of funny. But he's really trying to get this house done before Omar's born. So he goes to Ace Hardware, who, was like a, prominent store or whatever. And he's like, matter of fact, I don't even think it was even Ace. From what I was told, this is even before Ace Hardware. This is like mom and pop store, Jim John's hardware store. And he was like, hey, y'all got any paint? You know what I mean? And at this point, he's kind of in crunch time. He didn't care about what color it is, anything else. And like the people told him, like, yeah, we got it, but like we don't gotta, what's the diameters, what's the dimensions? He get them the dimensions. Well, come to find out that he wouldn't have enough paint to do everything he needed to do. So he's actually like really peed about that. So it just so happened though, there's a general contractor that's like right behind him. He's looking for some PVC pipe or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, well, you need some paint." He's like, "I don't know how much you need," so he gave him, diameters again, and he was like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm working on this nursing home, and the contract went left. They ran out of money or whatever, so I got all this paint that I'm not even using." He was like, if you come by and get it, I'll give it to you for free. Oh, you shouldn't have told us, son. Shy, damn man. Attached yourself to the hip. Like, oh, yeah, how you doing, man? Hey, I appreciate it so much. Yeah, everything. Yo, name get. Oh, yeah, they call me Shy. You know what I'm saying? I'm Omar, but, everybody call me Shy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And everything is okay. I appreciate you so much, man. I got a newborn and everything else. And, like, this dude that went from Good Samaritan to, please, black man, if you can just stop shaking my hand. Like, he was shook from what I was told. So Omar gets the paint though, follows the man to, the warehouse, in which, the man was an actual crook because the paint was actually paid for by the nursing home and everything else. He just basically resold anything. That's what he used to do on the side, and still to this day is still doing on the side. Like, it's wild, you know what I mean? But that's another origin story for another day. So he got it and everything, and Omar, he's trying to get it done. Omar Senior, so he's trying to get it done because he like, yeah, Junior about to be born. He's getting it in. Before the paint get all the way dry, he done went back home. Now he got, you know what I'm saying? Got Deborah there. She, walking in with her big belly. You know what I'm saying? Because Omar's there. She about to pop. And he's like, yeah, baby, I got this for us. I got this for us. This is us. And she, oh, this is so nice and everything. Granted, the house actually looks like, if you've ever seen the movie South Central with OG Bobby Johnson, remember that part in the movie where OG Bobby Johnson was on the run and they moved into this specific little small matchbox house? That's exactly how Omar Pink house looks. I promise you, it looks exactly like that. All right, but anyway, so they moved, they walking through the house, and, she's like, there's only one problem. Omar seemed like, what's the problem? What's the problem, Deborah? I mean, it's pink. And then, like, it's the same color on the inside as it is on the outside. Like, and from the shot, just manifested of the gift of gab. Omar there said, wait a minute, baby. See, you misinterpreting what I'm trying to tell you. Let me instruct you on what you should be thinking so that you are not aloof. See, baby, we are the Pinks. My last name is Pink. So the house is Pink's. Now, whether you with my son or not, he's about to have my last name, which he's going to be Omar Silas Pink Jr. Can you dig it, baby? Pure Vanessa. She's like, oh, okay. She don't even know. He just thought this up in his mind. Just Vanessa. You know what I'm saying? She don't know no better. So, well, at least y'all know I drink tea. I ain't gonna shout them out because they ain't paying me to do it. But anyway, so everything goes good. So about Omar's like 3-4 years old. You know what I mean? Like I do slightly remember Omar's father like dropping him off to like daycare, which Omar's a little bit older than me, but I do remember Omar dad a little bit. So if I to be honest with you, and that's like one of my first memories of life. So I'm talking about like when I was like 3, Omar had to been like 5, maybe 6. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, long story short, yeah, Shy ends up going to jail because one thing about Shy is Shy had immaculate hustle. He was a barber, and Shy also at that time could turn your phone back on, your house phone back on. They know a system, and they had a machine that could give you a whole new number and everything else. That was he was doing on the side. He was getting, running phone cords, getting people their own private lines and everything else. And they used to, break them off for installation and, the little. And then on top of that, I don't know if y'all old enough to remember this. Remember back when, you had cable boxes? Shy had a van full of cable boxes, okay? Like any channel you want. He had an HBO box, a pay-per-view box that was good for fights and everything else. I mean, hey, he was the one-stop shop for a good little minute. And when they finally caught him, they was just like, look, we know we can get a whole lot more, but we ain't feel like doing all this paperwork and evidence change. Hey, look at man, sign these 15 years. There's this idea to you. Either we can take this to trial and do all this other stuff. Either sign the 15 years, or listen, we gonna tack on every single thing that you have done. And John was like, bet, what do I sign? You know what I'm saying? And he signed that out, and he was gone. Deborah took it very hard, which was Omar's mom, and she started running, trying to run with that party crowd and everything. But as we getting into the 90s, it's not good. Cocaine had made a little bit of a comeback, and she had a lot of friends, well loved. Miss Deborah was well loved, but had that go-to. Y'all know the open face go-to. See, and this is why. Sidebar. This is why I don't trust a lot of you cougars right now. See, if I look at your old picture, you know what I'm saying, and you had them two open face, like I'm gonna do a whole separate video about that. But yeah, but she was like that, and she had Omar, but like she really wasn't taking care of Omar. Like there's no easy way to say this. Like she really wasn't. Like she would just let Omar be at like her homegirl house, or Omar would be at the Pink house, but like there's nobody really dared to take care of Omar. So Omar had to start taking care of himself at a young age. And then us who know Omar, like we started looking out for him and respect and everything else because his mom's was cool when she did come around, but for the most part, we was like, well, bro, you first one to get your own spot. Like, it's kind of crazy when you 14 years old and got your own spot, and like you got other kids looking up to you, like, man, I want to be just like him. Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I get my money around, I'm gonna get me a spot just like you, Omar. Like, dude, he only 2 years older than you. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? So that happens. Omar got a spot. Everything else, cool. Omar's going to school. We getting again anybody and everybody we know, like rent a parent, like Omar's mom used to get so high, like it was so crazy. She used to just leave her purse, information, all this other stuff around, and Omar got smart. Like he just we knew people who could make fake this and fake that, but it's always better if you got the original, you know what I'm saying? And we can scratch some numbers off or, write some numbers in. Like, long story short, yeah, by the time like elementary school was rough, but by the time we got to mid grade, middle school, like Omar literally was paying people to be his parents. Like, hey, I need you to do this or do that. Yeah. Here you go. And we knew some people in the streets who could, turn that long form birth certificate. You now can get a short form. If you get a short form, you can get this. And like they taught us the game on how to get not just your illegal documents, but legal documents. You know what I mean? So that's what happened with Omar. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, I'm sorry. I had to take that call. But so like I said, what I'm saying, Omar was basically, like basically just like renting out parents and everything else. And it got to a point, he was forging IDs, but I mean, he did this up until like high school where, like I met him and everything. And, with his dad gone and his mom basically, partying good times, in and out, leaving him at People House. And then they was like, well, y'all, she has her own house. He spent a lot of time by himself. Like, this your house, you know what I mean? Like, only call me if you need me type thing. And after, like, once we got to, like, middle school, Omar's mom was like, well, I got a new boyfriend. And the new boyfriend didn't accept Omar. And one thing led to another. Next thing you know, like I said, Omar was just living by himself. So what ended up happening one day was Omar's dad's in jail. His mom was gone. Omar's house comes like, not like a hood spot, but like the spots where people of good sense and good character can come kick it at, you know what I mean? And just chill, play video games, This Omar's house, we respect the Pink house, Some people even, are sons of like his father. We know his father, his mama, just common courtesy and respect. So all of a sudden, we in there, we playing video games. I think he was playing like Nintendo 64 or whatever. Oh, he was playing GoldenEye. That's exactly what we was playing. GoldenEye. And remember how GoldenEye on the N64 used to have, 4 plug-in stations? So it's like all us in there, we playing. And Omar was like, man, this school just ain't for me, man. They be asking a lot of questions, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 woo, woo. And all the rest of the guys, the majority of the guys at that time, it's like, about, let's just say, about 8 of us in there, because, you got to wait for somebody to lose to give up the sticks, so, And the controllers, of course, to the not Xbox, the Nintendo 64. And like all the knucklehead guys was like, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my man, I feel you on that, man, bro. You lucky you don't got, you know what I'm saying? Like truancy officers and stuff like that, man. Them people be harassing, man, at school. Like, yo, that's white, man. Everything in a book, you know what I'm saying? Don't believe that anyway. It's plagiarized, man. They trying to, you know what I'm saying? This whitewash and woo, woo, woo. And they just like going through this whole soliloquy or whatever. And me, I'm like, oh my, like, bruh, like, I'm playing it cool, but I'm like, bro, that ain't the way, So it so happened I ended up staying to like one of the last people there. And I tell him, I'm like, man, bro, like with all due respect, bro, like, you know what I mean? I don't think that's the move. Like, man, you can't just drop out of school, you know what I'm saying? Like, and be like the rest of these bums, you know what I'm saying? Dudes out here working at, Checkers and, McDonald's and everything else, these little, penny any jobs. No disrespect to those people who that's where you at right now. Everybody starts somewhere. But Omar was like, man, I ain't dropping out. I'm getting my GED. Omar found out that, bruh, all I got to do is get my GED and I can go to college. Like this whole, you know, I got to have this, like, bruh, as long as I got my GED, I can get, my trade scholarships, everything else. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because it's high school diploma or GED equivalent. That's it. So we in computer class, keyboarding, as someone knows, while everybody else is working on Mavis Mims and learning how to get their chopsticks on, Omar's in there finishing the work first, and then he's taking the actual practice test, everything else. We ain't got a GED. It was like 2 fingers, y'all. I'm out. So money-wise, he was, but he wasn't always. He was really just a little here, a little there. You know what I'm saying? Because he got responsibility because this house is paid for. Only thing he got to do is pay the taxes. And that comes with a bill. He go up there with straight cash. Here you go. At the treasurer's office for the county. He good. All the bills is in other people's name, but he pays bills. There's never a problem. So next thing you know, he goes to school. Goes up there, he's like, hey, y'all the community college. He's like, hey, what y'all got? Oh, we got this, and this. He's like, oh, damn, okay. Yeah, nah, ain't doing that. Don't like to be hot. Ain't doing that. Don't like to be sweaty. Ain't doing that. Don't like to be dirty. Hold on, y'all got a electrician course? Yeah, you can be an apprentice, electric apprentice, and you get your apprenticeship, and then from there, when you graduate, we have a company that actually hires in called Atlantic Electric, and then Atlantic Electric, if they like you and everything, they start you out, and then you start off this pay, and then Omar was like, bet, how much is it? Oh, it's blah, 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 blah. Boom, here you go. Write me a receipt. Thank you. Holla. Does the process. So now, Omar, so while Omar's, going to school to, get his apprenticeship, he knocked that out the park. Like he's making moves and at a decent age too. He's, even at the place, like he realized that some of these electrician dudes, they part-time grinding. Like Omar's a dude, like whatever position he's got, he's going to already ask, hey, how do I be the master of this? Or how do I, what's the next step? What's the next step? That's just his progression. So it was like, well, none of these guys out here, you got to have X amount of experience. You have to have these qualifications. We test you on this in-house, but you got to have your CDL. And you can become a supervisor. He was like, bet. Where'd I go? So in like less than 3-4 years, Omar became a supervisor. You know what I'm saying? He done went through all the electrician courses, everything else. Now he on the super. I'm like, dang. So he's making. Now he ain't doing a little this, little that. Like he's to. You know what I mean? Getting it in. So, but while all this is happening, you got the fellas, myself included, we coming by and we, looking after the crib, you know what I'm saying? Because Omar, that's the homie. So our homie Derek, which Derek is not his name, but for this video, I am definitely leaving his name out because I don't want the real person who this to fall back on. So our homie Derek decides, you know what I'm saying? He's bringing, somebody he's cool with, you know what I'm saying? His smoking buddy, named guy by the name of Big Swole. Big Swole over the Omar house. It's cool, everything else, but, and not just the fellas go there, but you got the homegirls go there. Some of them, they ain't got kicked out or whatever. Because understand, we still young. you know, they get kicked out of their parents' house, everything, they go to Omar's house, you know what I mean? Or, you know, they in between apartments or something, they go to Omar's house, you know what I mean? And Omar, as long as you cool and you vouch for by a reputable person, you show respect, he ain't really gonna trip. You know, he ain't gonna take care of you, but you know, as far as like clothe you, feed you, dress you, but he like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You need a spot to crash, you throw me a couple of dollars, you know, to help me pay one of these bills, cool. So Big Swole starts coming around. And as I start to notice, like, guys are starting to drift off more, not come over, more females start coming in, which for some people is a great ratio. But me, I'm, you know, totally into something totally different at the specific time. Like, I'm just, you know, so even me, I'm not really going over there like how everybody else is going over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of those guys, like I said, who kind of like, when Big Swole start coming around, you know, just my habits of life, I'm off doing other things, but I'm always cool with Omar. Okay, so Swole basically kind of takes over the house while Omar's not there. You know what I'm saying? And even sometimes when he is there, like Omar be in the room sleep, and Swole like, hey, you, you's a coaster. Man, you ain't got no home training? Yeah, man. Hey, Omar, man, hey, don't worry about that, man. I took care of that. Yeah, hey, Omar, I got these dishes, man. I'm gonna take this trash out. And he stayed there. So, you know, all of a sudden, it's kind of like, Omar, like, all right, you know, he got respect. He respecting the hood, you know what I mean? It's cool. Then all of a sudden, females just like overnight stop going to Omar's house. And it's like 1, 2, 3 homegirls there, but they never did at the same time. And they looking like their appearance is starting to, it's starting to hover a little bit. It's like, hey, that's weird. Like, what's going on? So one of the females I knew who was on hard times, like she had a crazy baby daddy situation going on. She was like, you know what? You know, forget Swole, and just like, that was kind of like the word that was going on. Like, he ain't right. And how she was saying it, I looked at it like, no matter what you're saying about Swole is connected just by residence or temporary residence for Omar. So I got to get to the bottom of this. So before I can get to the bottom of this, Omar witnesses an argument one day while he's trying to sleep. Because, you know what I'm saying, he's working day shift and night shift at this plant. You know, his schedule's like changed. It's daytime and like he works night shift and he's trying to sleep, and he hears Swole out there cursing out this girl. Yeah, girl, I don't need you. Get your stuff. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, Swole, why would you do anybody like that? You already know what time of day it is. So, you know, Omar kind of like, it's like, hey, man, Swole, man, what's going on? Hey, man, Omar, my bad, bro. Hey, sorry, man, I got to get this B out of this thing. And I'm a B. So he like, hey, man, y'all take that down the street. Don't, like, I'm trying to sleep in here. I got to go to work. Swole, you know better. And you, like, man, I don't even know who he is. Hey, you go down the street. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to have no drama over here. I'm going to go back to sleep. So then, like I said, this is right around the same time I'm hearing this stuff in the streets. So one day, I'm at my nursing job at the time, chilling out. I get a beat from Omar. And he like, hey, homie, he's like, hey, man, where you at? You at the main building? I'm like, nah, yeah, I'm at me. He's like, well, I'm already working down here. Anyway, hey, man, meet me on campus. You know what I'm saying? Because I was working for the hospital. He was like, meet me on campus at this part right here. All right, cool. So he like, hey, man, you know, Taja? I was like, Taja? I was like, y'all your little sister? Yeah, the one that we call Taja. Woo. Of course, this is not her real name. He's like, hey, man, yeah, her and Walmart was arguing the other day. Hey, man, her and Big Swole was arguing the other day. Hey man, find out what that was about, bro. Cause I don't know I don't know what homie got going on, anything, but like, Derek ain't been around. I was Derek homeboy, but like he cool, but like I just, it just makes me feel uncomfortable. And plus, like I think I done got a little bit too comfortable even with him because he done overstayed his welcome. I'm like, yeah, probably so. But hey, bro, you the homie, so I got you on that. He's like, all right, cool, love. So I find a chick, and the chick like, oh, nah. We just had a disagreement. We good now. So she didn't really tell me anything. Okay. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, well, shoot. If she ain't gonna tell me anything, he did ask who Big Swole really is. So let me find out who Big Swole, used to run with, Derek or whatever. So I holler at Derek. Derek like, well, I just know him from this person, and this person know him from this person, and this person know him from this weed man. So I'm like, hell, the weed man though is probably gonna be my hit, because if you really want to know a person, that weed man knew back in the day, know everything about a person you need to know. Find out who the weed man is, you know what I'm saying? Willie Word, like, oh yeah, I know Swole. Yeah, Swole. Yeah, man, I know Swole, man. Yeah, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Big ugly mother. Yeah, man. Hey, but Swole, man. Swole ain't right, bro. He used to run with TT them. Yeah, remember TT used to have a little old mob back in the day, a little crew. Yeah, man. Yeah, they went down on that Fed beef, bro. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? For real, homie had that Fed beef, man. And they tried to even get Swole jammed up in it, but you know what I'm saying? Swole, like, they couldn't, DA ain't had nothing on him, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like an underling, you know what I'm saying? They ain't had nothing on him, though. Man, hey, bruh. You know what I mean? Like, they tried to mess him up or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Swole kind of bounced, bro. I'm like, we ain't nobody seen Swole in a little minute, you know what I mean? But then, like, we see him, but he make his move, but like he hard on them females, man. Like, he kind of weird like that, Yeah, man. Willie, that's the word, man. Nigga, what's my name? Willie is the word. That's what it is, bro. And then, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here, man, and I be, you know what I'm saying, like, trying to tell people, man, like, you can't, you know what I'm saying, you gotta vet people better, man, and trust their backgrounds, bro, because, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean, I know that's your boy Omar, but like, yo, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, you can't be doing it like that, Holmes. This is how I find out who he really is. So I'm like, okay. Next thing you know, Omar at the Waffle House on lunch break. He see the other girl who occasionally be by the house, and he like, yo, what's up, girl? I ain't seen you. Oh yeah, everything's good. I heard you and Swole, y'all was out. You was out here, saying, talking reckless about Swole, like, like, homie, do you do something wrong? Oh, no, we worked it out, and oh yeah, I'm about to go grocery shop for you, and everything. Shoo, she jet off. All right. So, lastly, the last girl, I just so happened to have a connection with her because I used to date her sister, like, back in, like, elementary school. So basically, I know her sister because it's elementary school. It ain't too much dating, but we used to think it was dating for real. Like, if I give you my cookies, motherfucker, we go together. Especially them oatmeal raisins. Oh, it's a wrap. I give you them oatmeal raisins, but that's a different story for a different day. So I end up, running into her. She ended up breaking down and kind of testing me, like, Swole just got different. Like, we was used to all chill at Omar house, and we used to, put stuff in the refrigerator and everything, even for, him and Swole, like respect, what we could. But then Swole, he just started making like this new rule, like, if you staying over here, you either gotta be sucking up what? Yeah, like, and I'm just because I'm going through a rough patch, I ain't trying to do that. Like, every girl gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like he be having dudes over there, and like he be thinking like we don't know. Like, some of us that they in bad conditions, so they like they ain't trying to be out on the streets. So they give in, and like he be getting money. Like, I fell out with him, and I started telling everybody he ain't straight because that nigga, he be getting money from some of these homeboys that y'all don't really know about that be over there smoking. Like, he be, charging them, because he sell a little, Moses himself. And then he be like, hey, you want to bang shorty in there? Like, he be trying to pimp us out. Once you told me that, I was like, thank you. Don't worry about it. This conversation never happened. If you're ever asked if this conversation never happened, it never happened. Then immediately, I go to daggone Omar. I call Omar. I say, hey, Omar, where you at, man? He's like, man, I'm at the job, man. I was like, hey, man, what site you working on? He's like, oh, we over here on Madison Street. I will be there. Told Omar, I said, man, look, bro, sorry to roll up you on the job like this, but I need you not to leave. I'm going to tell you something, and I need you to promise me you will not overreact. Under any circumstances, you will not overreact because you don't need to mess up your life. He was like, oh, what's up, man? I was like, well, told him what he said. He was like, you know what? Thank you for doing the research and everything else. I'm going to look out for you, which I'm going to tell you what that look out for you, man, in a little bit, but wait till the end of the story. He was like, I'm going to look out for you, but, hey, yeah, I got problems in my homes I got to deal with. I was like, all right, man. Well, hey, you need some help, deal with them problems, just let them, let me know. Like, all right, bet. Omar took the rest of the day at work, finished it off, came home. He was like, hey, Swole, man, what's up? I need to see you in this room real quick. Swole come on in. Hey, man, Omar, what's up, man? He like, Swole, how long you been staying here, man? Off and on. He's like, man, I've been holding down the fort, man. This Swole, I'm holding down the fort, man. I'm Swole, you know what I'm saying? I'm holding it down for you, you know what I'm saying, baby boy, for like two and a half years, you know what I'm saying? He like 2.5 years. He was like, okay. He was like, I don't need the money, right? Like, what you mean? He's like, hey, man, see this shoebox right here? See all this money that's inside? This is every dollar you've ever given me. Like, on a lookout, or, because, you ain't no bum. Like, you have been, you know what I'm saying, doing, throwing me a little something here and there, but I never really needed it. So I've always put it in the shoebox. So this is every dollar you've ever given me in these past 2.5 years. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that's cool, but what you saying? Why you showing me that? Omar, man, look, I heard about the situation you got going on with these girls and everything else, and it's my house, man. Like, bro, I can't have that. So, Swole, if that's what you do, that's what you do. That you can do on your own time and your own accord and your own establishment. As a courtesy for you actually looking out and keeping my house straight, I'm going to give you this shoebox. Every dollar back. You just got to find a place to stay. Man, Omar, what you talking about, man? We got a good thing going on, man. Who cares about these? Hey, Swole. What is that? He said, hey, Swole. This ain't up for discussion, bro. You got to bounce, homie. Man, what you talking about, man? Man, bro, you tripping, man. You gonna flex up on Big Swole? Don't nobody do Big Swole like that. Omar said, bro, I don't think it's in your best interest to even take it there. You might want to think about your alternative option. Bro, what you talking about? What you talking about? This Big Swole. I'm gonna say, oh, so now you gonna try to fight me in my own home? Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. What's up? Well, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we can shoot a one or whatever. He like, bro, this ain't one of them. You want to shoot a one, and I'm telling you, this ain't one of them. This is a you need to leave. Well, what you saying? Got up in the say, he said, you know what? When I say, you know what? All right, so I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. Yeah, man, you better walk it off, Swole talking that. But he don't know. Omar got a lot of love in the hood. And going back to what he said, I'm gonna look out for you. Here's what Swole didn't know. Omar didn't have to always be in the streets to make money before he got the electrician apprenticeship. Omar's primary job was being home because people used to like to roll up and smoke weed. Omar didn't have a problem with you smoking weed in the house, long as you smoke with him. And just like I was explaining the situation with Willie Word, Omar is exactly like that. There'll be people sitting there rolling up. Yeah, man, you know Tanya? Yeah, Tanya. Yeah, man, I know, man. Look, bro. Man, bro, I used to smash your cousin, bro, for real, yo. Yeah, man, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because, her cousin, her other cousins is Tanika. Yeah, the one that used to date Silas with the glasses. Yeah, sell a lot of coke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, yeah. And Omar be right there. Oh, for real? Damn, homie, I didn't even know that, Holmes. Dang, okay, so how does Tay-Tay fall into the mix? Oh, okay, so Tay-Tay used to they used to work, okay, so they by Greenwich Grove. Okay, Greenwich Grove, okay. Oh, and she a Nesbitt. Okay, so I thought she was a Jenkins. Okay, so her mama is, okay, bet. Omar is 411. You need to know who the Jack Boys is, who did what, everything else. You go to a little price like, hey, oh. And that's his real identity. O is 411. We used to call it the operator. Even back in those days when he used to get texts and everything else, he had a whole nother line that was prepaid that he used to have to take the chip out, throw the phone away, everything else as O. So if somebody told, hey man, you might want to holler at O about that, trying to put you on, trying to be in the situation, but not in the situation, he was O. Selling information. Saved some lives. He really didn't, do things to an extent that when people got killed or anything like that, I can't vouch for that. You might have got brutally hurt, but, he wasn't, I'm going to set you up type of guy. You know what I mean? Because his thing is, bro, I don't need none of this coming back here and then shooting up what I got. That's what it is. But select few people like myself, we knew Omar's O in the hood. Omar goes to the phone, walk down the street, go to the payphone. Y'all. Yeah, man. Hey, I need AA. Yeah. I'm down here at the bodega. Yeah. Yeah, you know the bodega right there on whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, yeah. Click. Hey, yo, what's up, man? Hey, yo. You know what I'm saying? Man, I got a salad right now, bro, and I need some tomatoes, like, for real. What? You need tomatoes? Oh, bro, we bringing it. Click. Within 30 minutes, it went from a vacant parking lot with probably like one car at the bodega to now you can't even get into the bodega. The corner store, people is parking down the street and walking up trying to get instructions like, hey, what's up, bro? What was that? What's that? What we doing? He explained them boy the situation. Bad day if your name was a nigga Swole. walk down the street. It was like, if you imagine that scene from Martin Luther King's Selma, that's how it was. People were marching over the bridge, over the viaduct, all for the Pink House. Meanwhile, Swole in there, he done got high. I showed him. You know what I'm saying? Everything else. He got Bunny with him. Bunny just, she's sitting there on the floor like usual, halfway to a geek and a lean. Next thing you know, from what I was told from Bunny, Swole started hearing like footsteps like around the yard and everything. He started getting paranoid, but he thinking, I'm smoking on this good. Woo! You know what I'm saying? Plus, they got a little ooh-wee in it. You know what I'm saying? So he's really going. He like, am I bugging? Am I tripping? All I do know is, and I know this for a fact, Swole made the mistake going to the window, doing that blind like this. I saw that because I got a call too from Omar. What's up? And saw a multitude of people just standing there, like straight face, no noise, no nothing. Everybody was in position. So I was like, what the fuck? Go to the door. They was already knocking at the door. Soon as he opened that door, grab him. Yeah, grab his feet. Grab his feet. Swole got beat up and down the street. It was so bad. They just kept every time they slam him and this and that. Like, then Geronimo with his crazy self, he done dang gonna jumped on a car doing the Macho Man elbow on the man. I mean, man, it was brutal. He survived, but he wasn't living at Omar Pink house no more. And Omar, after that, he worked for the electrician company a little bit more until his dad came home. So he got a letter in the mail, and I just so happened to been over there. Now, his dad was coming home, and that's going to be part 2 of Omar Pink in the Pink house. Yeah, that's going to be a crazy one, so stay tuned for that, and peace.